Hey everyone. Okay, so I've had a couple of my friends ask to do a effects pedal review. Show basically all the pedals I use and what do I prefer. But let me start off by saying, before you go and judge somebody by how much they have or what they have look like, I don't know. My parents have never bought me an effects pedal or a distortion pedal in my life. I am not born rich, and I don't steal money from people. Anything else you want to make up, I actually worked hard for what I have, and while most kids bought video games, I saved up and bought these, and I bought them really cheap because I buy them off Craigslist and used and from friends and all of that mess. So before you go and judge, shut the hell up. Anyway, let's start off. This is my pedal board, or pedal boards, pedals, effects, whatever. Not all of these are set up. I'm not insane. But what I can say is I have too much. Basically, this whole thingamabob over here is my drummer's setup. Like, whenever I go to my drummer's house and his little studio, we go there, and that's all I bring for just simple practice. I just brought it here for your guys' video. Basically, oh, and then another thing too, let me say, as you can tell, I have a lot of Boss pedals. For you people that hate Boss, please, leave me alone, for one, but can I just say, they are the top selling pedals for guitar. Now, if they sucked, why would people be buying them? Because I kind of take it as basically they're not the best. I can admit that. They're never near the best. But they're pretty damn good for their price. I'm not spending the $300 for one distortion pedal that is good for like AC/DC or something. That's stupid. They're kind of like Wendy's, fast food restaurant. Basically, they are good, they're cheap, they're not the best food you've ever tasted, but you know what you're gonna get, and it's not bad, besides the calories in Wendy's. But anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, I love Boss because they're standard, and some of their pedals are really good. There's some of them I know that they can't beat. No one else can compare them. Anyway, I have a Morphous Drop Tune. This is a digitally effect that drop tunes your guitar by half steps, and it detunes your whole entire guitar. So if I'm in drop D, it can go to anything lower, and half steps to like C sharp and C and all that. But I use that for practice. This one, it does have a little warbly effect to it, but with distortion you can't tell at all, not really. And then it goes right into a GFS tuner, which you can find at guitarfetish.com for $40, and it has a big LED that says the tuning, big letters, and a little bar to show you how much you have to tune it. $40, best deal ever. True bypass, made of metal. And then I also have a Morley Powerwall volume. Basically, it's a wall pedal and a volume. Right now it's a wall, and then you hit this, and right now it's volume, then it's a wall. It's perfect to just do two pedals in one. It's it's pretty good. I love it. And then I have, this is my standard #1 distortion use. It's a Hardwire TL2 metal distortion. This is more of a futuristic metal sound, like I would say Avenged Sevenfold, or like As They Lay Dying, The Word Alive, just more higher end gain of a disc sound, and I love it. I use that whenever I don't use my Huden-Kettner Triumph. This is just a washboard solo distortion. It's good for solos, as it says. It's alright. It's not the best pedal I've ever had. I can't sell it for really anything, so why not keep it, right? I just use it to mess with, maybe put it through a bass. And then I have Boss DS1, which, if you can, resist buying this pedal because it's cheap, because this one really is a garbage Boss, I think. It's like the #1 selling because it's $40 and because it sucks. I don't like it. I mean, if you want a really disc sounding, maybe punk or something, then go for it. But anything else, you can't get metal with it. You can barely sound like AC/DC, so no. This is a Boss phaser. I have two of these because this one's broken, and I'm selling these as a bundle on Craigslist, because I know someone can get this fixed pretty cheap. It just won't work, but I have two of those. But anyway, this is my mini setup, which is the good pedals I need. Pretty much I always use through every pedal board. This is the Ibanez Tube Screamer. It's great for boosting your solos. It's not just a pedal you put through your amp and expect metal. It's more like you already have your amp on full, and this pushes it that much further. So it's like a boost amp, a boost pedal. And then this is a pedal I believe everyone should own. It's a Boss Compression Sustainer CS3. Sinister Gates uses it in the Vin 7-fold. Basically, it keeps all your volume straight. It doesn't go, so if you pick really lightly, it's still going to play the same volume. It's perfect for like sweeps and solos and trying to get it perfect, especially with recording. I use it with every recording I use. And then I also use, this is a noise reduction. You can see it's fully mirrored. It's awesome. It's super heavy because it's real good metal. But ISP noise reduction, this is the best noise reduction pedal I've ever owned and ever heard of. And it's only like 130 new. I got it for like 80. But it cuts your sound immediately after you stop playing. Whenever you don't, it cuts off everything you don't want to hear pretty much. And you boost this where you get the sustain of like solos, and then you go back to this, and it's perfect. And also, this is my main pedal board, which I have a bunch of these everywhere. They're just Marshall switching to my amps. Now this is the main pedal board I use. As you can see, it has all my kind of stripes of Van Halen, but my colors. But this is the pedal board I always use, which like live and stuff. This is a Whammy DT. Basically, I love this pedal to death because it drop tunes your guitar super clear compared to this one, and it's almost the exact same price, but it comes with twice as much more, 3 times as much more, and it's amazing. Basically, it drop tunes your guitar. There's some fancy name that it says it does, but it basically, you can play it clean, and I don't think you can really tell. I've actually had people tell me, I played a drop tune guitar, and I played a guitar drop tuned in this, and they said this sounded clear. So, way to go, Whammy. You're raising the bar on lower tuning guitars. And you can also raise the tunings too to tunings you would break your strings at if you ever even tried to tune them to that. I use this pedal everywhere I go. Recording, everything. I don't use it for the Whammy part, just for the detune. And then if I do Whammy, it's great for learning and practicing. Anyway, then that's the first one I plug into. This is a Boss volume pedal. I got it for $3 at a garage sale. It's made of plastic. It's pretty old, but it works perfect, and that was a steal. I love it, and it also has a all the way tune out to go into my GFS tuner, which it's not reading anything because there's nothing going. But whenever it does, the words are right big, and you can see that's the end bar that goes all the way there. $40, super awesome. And then I have a Crybaby 535Q. The reason why I chose this one was because you can edit your wah sounding to a really wah-wah to a really low. Just a great tone. I don't even know how to explain it. You can do anything with it. I wanted a Slash one, but I didn't want to copy his solo or copy his tone and be like, I wrote a solo and had his Crybaby. But I'll probably end up buying one just because I love Slash. And then I have another one of the the Hardwire TL2s, Metal Distortion. And by the way, if I had to choose my favorite pedals to use, like if I can get signed by a pedal, it'd probably be Hardwires. I love Hardwires. They're solid, they're nice, they come with a bunch of little extras, and they sound great. But anyway, that's that one. So I have 2 of those. This is a Boss Metal Zone. I think everyone that plays metal should own one. This is more of like a Metallica kind of sound, where it has the distortion to it, but you can make it a little bit modern, but not too much. Like maybe Killswitch Engage or something for that tone. And then I have an Acoustic Simulator. It's great for just playing acoustic and with the reverbs. I use it every now and then. Don't use it too much. If you can find one cheap, go for it. Don't buy But then I have 2 Boss overdrives, OD3 and an OS2. The difference is this one's way more pure. So like if you were trying to crank Van Halen up, this is what it sounds. That's perfect. And then boosting like solos and stuff through your amp. And then this is a a overdrive and distortion. Basically, you turn this knob and it's distortion, turn this overdrive. I think that's a really neat effect. The only thing I don't care for too much is the fact that it always has a very clean sounding to it, like as if you're playing clean guitar and distortion at once. But it's not bad. I definitely like it because older Marshall amps do that. And then it basically, you know, that cable goes out and then goes into whatever amp I have here, and that's not at my studio. And then I also have noise NS2. Basically, this is the same thing as that, but like I said, that's way better. And you don't have to do this whole chain of going through 4 different cables to stop the sound, barely, and then this one just takes 2 and it's perfect. So if you can do that, that's what I would do. And then let's go. This is my effects. It goes right into an EQ. This goes through my effects loop. So that's why this is on a separate pedal board. Effects loop, I have a Boss GE7 EQ. I got this for 30 bucks. I want to try the MXR ones, but this does great. I use it every now and then whenever some of my amps suck with tone and some of the pedals, but I barely use it. But it's great whenever, like, if you needed something to adjust really well. And then I have a brand new Boss phaser because my other one broke. This is the only pedal I've really bought new from Boss that I had to, because I love this phaser. It's very digital and I want that ambient kind of sound. I don't want like a, you know, like the Eddie Van Halen one's great, but it's still more classic sounding. I want something just out of this world, and that one's perfect. The chorus, it's great for solos. Sounds like Randy Rhoads in some parts if you adjust it. I love it for solos and some cleans. This is a hardwired TL7 Tremolo. I use it every now and then for like ambient stuff, but I don't use it very much. It's probably that one, and the EQ is the one I don't use a lot. But it has a ton of modes, and I think this is the best tremolo, in my opinion, that I've ever owned. And this is, I am probably few of 100 that own this. I got this from Pro Guitar Shop. It is a hardwire, supernatural, ambient reverb. And if you know me, I love ambient sounds, and my album, For the Lies Behind Your Eyes, will have a bunch of ambient cleans that just blows your mind. This is a pedal that's going to give us the ideas for it. This is the pedal that may be recorded with it. It already has a little bit, but it is very expensive. It's like $200, I think, or $180 to $200, and they're hard to find. But if you buy it, just, you know, I buy it because I'm an ambient kind of kid. I can play ambient kind of cleans all day long and have fun with it. But if you're just buying it for a reverb, it only has an amazing spring reverb that you'll use. It has a bunch of different modes. And then a hardwire DL8 delay and looper, which I need a delay pedal and I need a looper, 2-in-1. Don't need another pedal. It's perfect, and you can loop it for like 20 seconds and loop over it almost as many times as you want. I love it. It was, I forgot how much it was, like 140, but it's solid. Love it. But that is my pedals. I believe that's all I have. There might be some lost somewhere. But now, let me do something for you. If you are a standard guitarist that just wants to play, and you're like, oh, what do I need? What, my opinion, what you need. I have these little poker chips. I'm going to just lay them on there to be really weird. Basically, what I think you need as a guitarist, you need, 1, a crybaby, a tuner, whatever distortion you choose to use. If you're a rock guy, you know, an overdrive pedal would be awesome, but if your amp does it, that's awesome. But if you play metal, you need a certain metal pedal or a distortion for, you know, if you play rock. If you play cleans, you don't need that. So tuner, crybaby. I believe everyone should own a TS9 Tube Screamer, or not just the TS9, just an Ibanez Tube Screamer. They're best boosting sounds for solos. They're just amazing. And then a compression sustainer pedal, because it makes you a better guitarist whenever you play live. That if you play straight, it's not, your solo isn't just everywhere with volume, because when you're playing fast, you're gonna hit something harder and it's gonna be louder. So I wouldn't do that. That's the best for recording. And then a ISP noise reduction pedal, 100%. It's just, it kills all the unwanted sound. If you want to sound professional, that and that, I believe, is just top of the line right there. And a crybaby, the reason why I say crybaby is because I'm getting tired of hearing like people playing solos and they sound really boring, and a crybaby adds soul to your solos as long as you know how to use it. And it's just fun too. I mean, listen to Slash, listen to Eddie Van Halen, Kurt Hammett, they all use that pedal. These are guitars that people should all, look into as, very soulful players. But those are all the other pedals. So I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then whatever distortion pedals. So 6 pedals. So out of all these pedals that you see, and you're like, oh my God, Eric, I need all of these. No, you don't. Those. And now if I had to choose another one, it would be a Whammy detune pedal, because it detunes your guitar, so you don't have to switch 20 guitars if you play different tunings, and you can play any cover song right away. So I would definitely do that pedal. If there was one more I can choose, it would probably be a looper pedal. Now, it doesn't have to be a hardware pedal, but it has to be a looper. Loopers help you practice, help you find solos. They're amazing. Other than that, I really think that's all you need. You don't need a ton of pedals like I do. The reason why I do is because I love to play. I will never stop buying and selling stuff to find out what my sound is. I mean, I already know I have like pretty much one of the best heads, in my opinion, of tone that I've owned is a Huden Kettner Triamp Mark II. Is the big blue one I've played with. These are just solid states. I'm selling that one. But yeah, I mean, these are just standard practice ones, a valve state and an MG, and then other solid states. All my good tube heads are over at my drummers. But this is all you need, guys. You only need like 6 pedals. But anyway, to make this video shorter, if you have any questions, definitely comment below. If you have any rude comments, go find something better to do. Subscribe to my channel. I will put whatever you want and you need help with. I put covers up and fun videos. Anyway, have a great day and keep playing.